Keighley is one of my favorites. Neurodivergence of all time. He is right up there with goats like Darius and shit. He might even be better than me, because only a true goat would be able to imply he's cracking Miss Piggy in front of his mother to millions of people across the world. Sensation. Anyways, I grew up watching E3, and I really love the hype and anticipation it builds for upcoming games, releases, and the community discourse that it brings. So to have an event like the Game Awards honestly is a really nice end of year / holiday tradition, especially since these past few years the Game Awards has really found its stride. The event is all but established. There's always 2 big musical performances. Game Awards are dispersed between some live game announcements where you get to hear the crowd scream and holler. Oh, the cringe moments, of course, can't forget those.
Street Fighter forever!
You know, there's also some really endearing moments. I mean, the Muppets I talked about earlier, but that was actually a highlight for me, especially every year they end off with the big orchestration of all the theme music from all the Game of the Year nominations. And shout out to that damn flute guy, I think his name is Pedro Usta, shout out to him. But every year there's always something going wrong. I mean, there was that one time that gay son thought daughter, bottom of the barrel content creator Schlop came up on stage and hijacked the whole event. There was that one time Larry in the studio, after sweeping the Game Awards for creating Baldur's Gate 3, got like 2 seconds and a pack of peanuts on stage for a speech. And also for the Game Awards, the whole voting and nomination system is really flawed. It's essentially a popularity contest on a Google sheet. Alana Pierce has a really good video talking about it, and she compares it to her time voting on something like the BAFTAs, and comparing that is like comparing a boulder to like a goddamn atom. However, this year was not a strange to controversy, and this year's big controversy was not the game releases or the game announcements or the awards, because everything was pretty much correct. It went about as good as you would imagine. Expedition 33 swept that bitch up like a goddamn swift jet. I can't come up with a simile. But no, this year's controversy was actually the last game announcement. You know, Geoff Keighley gotta give a big hype presentation. There's always that one more thing, and that one more thing was a game called Highguard. Look, I get it. I understand where the feedback and the criticism is coming from. I get you. I am one of you. I am also a gamer, bro. I'm one of you, capital G-A-Y, man. I respect y'all. I'm one of y'all people. I also don't really fuck with this oversaturated, you know, competitive shooter, hero class based genre game. You know, we have so many. We're tired of it, and of course it's just another free to play slot that's gonna sell you skins. I get it. I understand. I'm with you. I get you. I am one of y'all. I get y'all hurt. I have to stand up. I see an injustice. I see a problem. I have to stand up. I'm not just gonna sit idly by and see something wrong being done to the people around me. No, guys, I think Highguard might actually be pretty decent. Wait, hold on. Wait, do not crucify me. Look, I'm sorry. Let me tell you my example. Let me tell you my reason. Look, Highguard, first and foremost, is being made and developed by some people from Respawn Entertainment. And if there's anyone who's going to do a unique shooter in this genre and actually have some bones to stick on, there's very few studios and very few people that I would honestly get excited for. It's probably like id, maybe the folks at Bungie, and it's Respawn. I'm like one of 5 people that's actually played Titanfall 2 and done the campaign. That shit is peak. I also played Apex Legends. I know it gets shit on, but look, that game has some really good bones. That's a really good shooter in the battle royale genre. These people have some expertise, and I guarantee you, at the very least, this game would have some really good bones. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me peel it back a little bit. I cannot see the future, but Geoff Keighley is someone who actually does have some prestige and notoriety in the genre, and he does have a pretty good sense for games. So for him to put this game at the end of the show, reveal that it's coming out in about 6 weeks, it's free to play, he probably knows something that we don't. And the thing that we don't know is how this game plays, and he is someone who has mentioned he has played it probably pre-release, and he's given it this amount of time and attention. That has to mean something. And another thing too, besides the pedigree that these people come from, as long as you look past, just judging this book by its cover, let's look past the graphic. If you look at the Steam page for this game, and if you look at the trailer just a little bit, you'll notice that this game is actually doing some crazy genre blending. From what it looks like a MOBA deadlock style shooter, but after you get past the MOBA initiation minion mining phase, you go into what looks like a more tactical arena 5v5 or 6v6 shooter type. It's a really interesting blend, and it doesn't really necessarily seem like this is a genre that can blend well. How do you mix fast-paced tactical, or not even tactical, but more like decision-based combat, where like, oh, when should I pop my ult? If there's an enemy behind this corner, should I peek, should I flash? How do you mix that in with the more slower, just kind of grindy phase of a MOBA? Honestly, I'm not sure, but I'm really intrigued, especially because these are the people that made Titanfall. And while there isn't big mechs rolling around, there is vehicular combat in the form of horses. So we're actually getting what we as gamers want. We're getting a unique first-person shooter that is actually going to try to push the genre forward. And here is my plea. I don't know which channel this is getting uploaded on. Christian Lee Lopez, I will chop my dick off. If Highguard is an utter pile of shit, if this game is actually donkey dick doo-doo water, I will chop my shit clean off. I'm posting it live. I'm posting my shit live. That while I'm not confident that Highguard is going to succeed and get a massive following in the same way like, League of Legends or Counter-Strike will, I am pretty certain that this game will get the recognition it deserves. Maybe not from the masses, because I think the masses are just going to overlook and not really fucking play it, but I think a small handful of people will really latch onto this game in the same way that people did Battleborn. Do y'all remember that? Or am I too unk? I might be unk. I was unk. I'm unk right now. Like shit, I'm getting old, man. Anyways, besides that, Game Awards actually it's pretty good. Got some good announcements. Nothing that I was really too excited over. So shout out to y'all. KOTOR fans, I know y'all are 50 and aging with gray hairs, but y'all got another one in you. Warhammer 40k Total War. I'm not a virgin, so for y'all who have never touched the women, I know y'all are jumping for joy. Shout out to y'all. I unfortunately have never gotten into Warhammer 40k, although I would like to. I would also like to get into D&D. I have still not gotten into D&D, so I'm sure I will join y'all ranks soon enough. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. It is a snowy Christmas day here over where I live, so I want to extend a happy, warm holidays to all of you. Please stay warm. Please stay safe. If you want to contact me, hit me up on my business email down below. Thank you for giving me the privilege of your time. I will see you sometime soon.